Alright, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online. So in my first part, we had a huge issue where the audio was really low, and I fixed it in the future after I figured it out. So what we're going to be doing is, instead of continuing on my Dragon Knight, I decided we'll play on the Templar. So until we get to the point where we left off last, I'll be skipping all the dialogue, which is the first 20 minutes, and then after that we'll be continuing on. So if you watched the first part and couldn't actually hear anything, essentially I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I'll try to not talk in dialogue so you guys can enjoy it as well. And I do have the first hour done, but I wanted to restart just because you literally couldn't hear anything. So let's head to a, what was it? Thieves underground area. I forgot what it was called. But we're going to start a quest over there. And after we do that, we could continue on. But we're playing on this character. It's slightly weaker, but it's still not better than 16 yet. So what that means is I'm actually getting experience for whatever we do, and I'll put on an XP scroll a little bit later. I think I have. Might as well use that. You couldn't even do anything with it anyway. But there's the lady. She's in the refugee. You just have to talk to her, and I think you go somewhere. I think for Daggerfall, you go to Stormhaven, and for Ebonheart, which is this character, I think we'll be fine somewhere else. I just gotta make sure.
I'm so glad you came. I've never had a partner.
East March.
I mean, well, I've never.
Okay, let's go to East March now. And then we'll be doing most of the stuff over again. So it shouldn't really be like, it should be quicker than the first time I did it.
Next time, I hire from the Fighters Guild.
Okay, so one thing down here. We go to East March. Lock it in at Windhelm, and we're good. One thing that might be a little confusing is there are two different styles of quests. One is considered under the guild, and the other one is not. It's like under the Hews Bane. So the main story ones are going to be under the guild, I believe, and there's just side ones under Hews Bane. Alright, let's head over there. Oh my god. My frames are like in the 30s. That's so bad. So it depends on which faction you are in that you have to meet Quen in a certain spot. I think East March is one of the nicest ones, but man, it's like the most laggy one. Quen, where are you? Excuse me, lady. I need your help.
You made it! I wasn't certain you. Well, I'm glad you're here. So, the details. We're headed to a remote patch of land called Fulstrom Homestead. It's owned by some Thane from East March. He's at war, but his staff and guards remain.
Oh, really?
We're looking for a relic called the Geovessin Skull. We slip inside the treasure room, grab our prize, and depart before anyone knows the difference. After that, we split the proceeds and go our separate ways. One more thing. I'd prefer not to spill any blood, but I leave our safety to your discretion. If a guard sees you, take shelter in a hiding spot. Sound good? This little tub will get us to a blockade runner offshore. They'll bring us to Fulstrom Homestead and back. I hope you don't get seasick. I get seasick. I'm sure I'll be all right. None whatsoever. Anything else you take is yours to fence. Just don't forget why we're there. We don't leave until we have the Geovessin skull. The newest job is always the biggest job. Life of a thief. You know how it is. Well, this is the biggest job I've ever attempted. But I did the research, arranged transportation, and knew I needed a good partner to pull it off. That's why I hired you.
Even though she's only met me for like 10 minutes, it's no big deal. Just pick a random person. Alright, so in this area, what you're going to want to be doing is mostly stealth. But completely honest, it doesn't matter. Deaths mean absolutely nothing in this game. So we're going to run through it just to save time.
Let's head to the manor. Quick
See,
and silent.
I got to make sure before we do anything. Oh yeah, all my add-ons aren't working either. Where are my lock? Okay, I got quite a bit of lockpicks.
The sentries are Windhelm Guard, on loan from someone important. If they give chase, find the water between the two grates, full of slaughterfish.
I think there are multiple ways of doing it. There are a lot of baskets where you can hide from. Or that's the one circle you gotta avoid. Everything after that is okay. That guard, he could spot you. Oh my god. I really, really, really hope she doesn't turn in this way.
Are you stupid or just hard of hearing? No matter, tell it to the guard.
I really... Wait, how much money do we have on this character? 10,000? Okay. We can't go through there. It's chained up. Unfortunately, we actually have to wait. So if you're not spotted, that's generally a good thing. Yeah, let's wait till she passes through.
It's stuck. Try. That's it. I knew we'd make good partners.
So the best method is to get over here. And honestly, at this point, unless you want to sit here for half an hour, just run through it. If you die, you die. It's not really a big deal.
You did bring lockpicks, didn't you?
God, you can't kill them either. Alright, so at this point, we're at the entrance. You might as well just let yourself die. Once you die, everything loses aggro. You revive here. You have no aggro. You're at the entrance. You're going to have to lockpick this as well. So, probably for the best. Got it. Alright, so before the first time I did this, I was stupid and didn't understand how anything worked. You see the things on the shelf? Take a look at that. That's your puzzle
Whoa,
key.
That's one clever Bane.
So
Not
what you
clever.
look at here is you see how it is a horn, candle, and skull. That's the pattern.
Did you hear a click? I heard a click.
Once you get in here, you're going to steal the skull, and then
Shiny.
I'll wait for the thing to left off so I don't lead any spoilers.
Surrender, thief! The manor is surrounded. Today the Iron Wheel brings you to justice.
What? Who are you?
Chief Inspector Ranbeek, we foiled your attempt to steal the Geovessan skull. Will you also confess to stealing Magnifica Felora's dowry?
What's a Felora?
See, it doesn't matter. Return the Geovessan skull and surrender, or face the consequences.
No idea what he means.
So you have two options at this point. You can return it, or you can fight the Iron Wheel, which is these enemies right here. We're in the Thieves Guild. We're not just going to return things. So, with that said,
I'll find another way out.
we're going to fight everyone. Hooray.
Who was that? What was all that about with dowries and iron wheels? Nobody. Well, I sent word to the Thieves Guild of Abar's Landing. They were interested in acquiring the Geovessan skull. Abar's Landing was to be our next stop. But why would this iron wheel set an ambush here? Are you certain you've never heard of them? Of course, you're right. The Iron Wheel could return at any moment. We need to get out of here, and fast. Wait, did you hear that? There's someone coming. Who are you?
You don't know me yet, but I'm a friend. Quen, isn't it? Put on this uniform and head outside. The Iron Wheel won't detain a Windhelm guard.
There's no way I'm leaving here without my partner.
I only had one uniform. Go on, recover your boat and meet us by the catacomb exit. Then we can return to the Thieves Guild in Abar's Landing.
You're from the Thieves Guild? All right. I'll meet you both by the exit. Good luck, partner.
She'll be fine. Looks like we take the dangerous way around.
Dangerous my ass. Alright, let's... There's only one thing that we have to fight.
Look, a crypt.
Well, actually, there's a
Nothing
couple things
bad
we have to
ever
fight, but
happens
there's
in a
only one,
crypt.
like, main objective. Everything else doesn't matter. Think of it as just ads.
Are we running? No? All right then.
Because if you fight everything, you're going to hear what he just said, like, 20 more times. So until we get to the main area, nothing else matters. If we just ghost run it, that's fine. We got the boss, and we're good. No, stop running. Oh my god. Look what happens. Cannibalism. Got the spider boss down, and now we leave for the exit.
Follow me. We're almost there.
This first part took me like 35 minutes. Now, I think we're good now. We're cutting time down in half.
I don't think they saw me.
Are you all right? You're greener than my favorite vest.
It's fine. I'm fine.
Could have lived my entire life without running through a spider pit. But we made it through. You'll make a real impression in Abar's Landing. The Thieves Guild. And my guildmaster, who can explain why the Iron Wheel thinks you deserve the same fate they've inflicted upon us. It's an unpleasant fate. It involves branding irons. You are your own master, but the Iron Wheel is relentless, and they know your face. They know your partner's face, too. So, tell me where we're all headed? I suggest Abba's Landing as soon as you're able.
Right.
Always a pleasant journey to Abba's Landing. Head to our Thieves' Den. The Guildmaster awaits. Your partner and I will be along when she's less expulsive. Hidden within an old cistern that's long forgotten by the city's merchant lords.
I didn't even touch anything. The dialogue just went off by itself. Alright, so what we're going to do is talk to the guy over here. What he does is he brings you to a trial later. It's, I think, a group event, but we'll just start it now.
You will talk to Bakum? Oh, praise Alkosh. This one carries a heavy burden. This one is very worried. Bakum's sister-in-law's uncle's cousin has been writing strange letters. So strange, something about the Maw of Lorkhaj. He is a monk, you see, at the Temple of Seven Riddles. Bakum fears the worst. You will help, yes? High in the mountains, to the south of Dokrin. The rivers are shallow there, but this one has smuggled in shallower. Sailed, I mean. Bakum would feel better if he brought some muscle along. You have 11 friends, yes? It would be worth your while. Bright moons. Bakum is ready to set sail when you are, Walker. Bakum is looking for his sister-in-law's uncle's cousin. We are very close.
Whoa, what?
Why do you make a face? Does it? Well, what can Bakum say? He values family. You raised an interesting point, though. Our Saturaria Bandar gift swap does take a very, very long time. Very sour. He says that no one appreciates him. He says that his fellow monks are stealing from him and spying on him. And he says he feels ill, twisted. He called it a creeping sickness, scraping away at the inside of his skull. Horrible, yes?
So what this is the trial of Maw of Lorkhaj. I think we're going to do that after we complete the main story, just because I think it's more of like the end game content. Trials are generally stuff you do after you beat everything else. So we'll get to that eventually later on, but right now I'm more interested in the storyline. And I want that skill that guy has, the teleport. Alright, so where we're going now is we're heading to the Thieves' Den. And if I remember where this is, it's out in the middle of like the most random location. So now we're gonna make ourselves official in the Thieves Guild. And that's like the most excitement we've seen this video.
Well?
Alright, bro. Becoming official now. Now we continue on. Hello?
Over here. We should speak. Walk Softly sent word of your time at Fulstrom Homestead. Said you slipped out from between the Iron Wheel's greedy fingers. I am, but call me Zira. Titles don't carry weight when you live in a cistern. Pretty bold of you and Quen to go after the Geovessen's skull. Did you know she sent a letter asking to set up a meet? Rookie mistake. The Iron Wheel read her mail. That's why I sent Walk Softly to pull you out. Don't get me wrong, Quen may be green, but she planned a real heist. The kind we used to pull off before the Iron Wheel captured or killed most of us. Bastards. You heard of Magnifica Valora? She's a noble from Tanith, with a substantial dowry in her family tomb. We tried to steal it, but we failed, and she hired the Iron Wheel to punish us. I hear their leader thought you worked for us. Want to make it official? If the great Chief Inspector Ron Beek thinks you're part of the guild, who am I to disagree? We need good thieves, capable thieves like you and Quen to pull ourselves out of the gutter. So, care to join the Thieves Guild? We have nowhere to go but up. Good. You aren't afraid of a challenge. The more you do for us, the more gold and respect you'll earn. Reputation goes a long way with us. Bringing us the Geovessen's skull is a good start. Here's your cut. Don't worry, Quen will get her portion. I told you about our failed heist, the one that led the Iron Wheel to Abba's Landing. Someone pointed them in our direction. It's time we found out exactly who it was. My gold is on Velsa. She was part of our Thieves' Council, the guild's inner circle, but she retired just before the dowry heist. It might be coincidence, or it might be she sold us out for large stacks of coin. That's what I'd like to find out. You and I should pay her a visit, see if the Iron Wheel funds her retirement. There's a breach in the city wall, outside the flooded district. Meet me there when you're ready. Thieves should always travel separately. Advice from Nicholas. Good advice. Said she'd earned enough for a lifetime, handed over her rackets and told us to leave her alone. We'd see her in the markets now and again. She kept to herself. Fine by me. Coral underclothes are less abrasive. Our old guildmaster, a mentor and a friend. He planned the dowry heist that would have seen us wealthy beyond our dreams. But he's gone. I lost him in Magnifica Valora's family tomb. He is sorely missed.
Well, that escalated very quickly. Alright, so let's pick up some quests before we head out. When I was playing on the Daggerfall character, there's definitely more people than an Ebonheart.
Care to earn a little extra coin? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Spencer Rye, at your service. I have a friendly arrangement with the Thieves Guild. We're business adjacent, you might say. Rye's Reacquisitions. I track down items that have gone missing. As you might expect, quite a bit turns up here. But I specialize in objects of purely sentimental value. My finder's fee for the guild is usually well above the item's material worth. Always. When something gets well and truly lost, it occasionally requires a bit more adventure than I can stomach. I post those jobs on the notice board outside, but since you're here now, I think I have something you might fancy. An old sailor is mourning the loss of his favorite wooden pipe during a scuffle with some pirates in Shark's Tooth Grotto. If you track it down, he's offering a surprisingly good sum for its return. Just bring it back to me. I'll handle the delivery, and you'll be paid on the spot. I'll be waiting just outside the cistern in the alleyways. You can find me there anytime you're looking for a bit of work on the side.
Alright, let's do it.